Alright, so welcome back. This is the second video in the two-part series for the Rep Doctor. In the first part, if you missed it, the first part of this video series was discussing really the protocol, general operations of the Rep Doctor, and specifically what the role of a sales rep is within the Rep Doctor family. In this particular part of the series, we are discussing the sales pitch. So now that you know what to do and how to do it, we need to know exactly how to sell our services. This is really taking everything to the next level so that you can sell on a regular basis. Please keep in mind that this is the framework from which you should begin to sell. We encourage creativity. We encourage thinking outside the box. The only thing we don't encourage is over-promising or lying. So with that said, we're going to discuss first here the framework, the idea of which you are selling, the whys behind the whats. And then we're going to go through and see exactly what that looks like and give you some example verbiage. So to start out, if you're doing inside sales, you know that a phone call can be an incredibly effective tool to reach out to potential customers and close deals. How do you know you have a sales pitch that is effective on the phone, though? The best way to do so is to prepare and write a structured phone script. So what we're going to do here is give you an example of what we would like you to start with. I want you to write that down. In addition, however, I want you to play with it. Practice it. Practice it in front of a mirror. Practice it with friends. Keep in mind, there's a set amount of practice or role plays you have before you make your first sale. The more you can do that before you actually talk to potential clients, the sooner you're actually going to sell to potential clients and the less leads you're going to waste. So let's start out by looking at a simple cold call script structure you can use. Once you are speaking with the decision maker of your business, you will have the framework of your sales pitch that you will use on each sales call. From that framework, you will customize your pitch to the specific business, industry, and business owner that you're speaking with. In your introductions on a phone call, you should address several things early on. These include who you are, where you're calling from, and why you're calling, or the purpose of your call. So number one, raise curiosity. Who is this and why should I care? Number two, give context. It's your elevator pitch. If you don't know what an elevator pitch is, I suggest you look it up. And number three, ask permission to continue. From there, you begin to dive deeper into the specifics of the business and the business owner's needs, wants, and especially pains, and attempt to close based on those key points. So to do so, starting with number four, you're going to ask questions. You're going to learn about their needs to find if they are a fit. A lot of industries will call this probing. You're going to end up positioning. And number five, test close for price sensitivity, timeline, etc. Number six, you're going to officially close. And then number seven, you're going to schedule the next steps to set expectations for the next month. Now that you have an idea of what you're attempting to get across down, let's see what this might actually sound like. So number one, starting with the opening. Hi, my name is John Doe from the Rep Doctor. I'm calling local businesses in the area with poor to fair Yelp reviews to find out if they are a good fit for our current promotional program. Long story short, we help businesses like your own, which have poor to fair reviews on Yelp and other review sites, earn a much better reputation online, earning you more business and more revenue. Now, currently, you have an average rating on Yelp or other review sites. Sorry, your average rating on Yelp or other review sites is only 2.5 stars. And of course, this is an example, which means a lot of potential customers are avoiding your business because of poor ratings. So can I take a moment to explain what we can do to help dramatically improve your reputation online, earning you more business and increase your revenue? Then you're going to start qualifying, assuming they allow you to continue. So number four, questions and probing that will help you gain traction and information about your prospect. These are example questions that, again, this is a big portion of what I want you to think outside the box. So can you tell me a little more about why your average ratings on Yelp or the review sites are as low as they are? It's just hitting a pain point. You're getting them to tell you why they aren't represented well on review sites. Are you aware that over 70% of people look at reviews for companies that they have not visited before choosing a company to work with? Are you aware that when I searched for your business on X, Y, or Z, it came up in my search? So, for example, negative reviews on multiple sites with specifics. Are you currently doing anything to help your positive reviews? How much does your average customer spend at your business? So by asking this, you are getting to know this, so that you would be able to calculate how many sales would equal the cost of just one of our packages. This is going to be useful for later. And do you currently have a social media business page, i.e. Facebook, or Twitter or Instagram, etc.? And how many followers do you have, and do you actually use it? And ask more qualifying questions. Now, if you are an experienced salesperson, you're going to notice that right here, this is where we should be positioning our products. I absolutely still want you to do that. However, that's going to be completely up to you. Based on version 1 or the first video in this series, you ideally know a lot about our company and what we can do for people. You know a lot about the individual line items and services that we provide located in each package, as well as a la carte options. This is crucial, so you know, based on all of the qualifying that you would have done here, these questions and hopefully many more, you know exactly how to meet their needs, wants, and address their pains with all of the services that we provide. So after asking all of these questions, you're going to come up with a solution and you're going to solve. All right, and that works its way into the test closing. So that's what we're going to talk about here, but I don't want any misunderstanding. You need to solve for all of their needs, wants, and pains before you ever really go deep into a close. So test closing. Test the waters without going to close just yet. So it looks like you would be a great fit for our whichever package. In about 1 month time, we can help you find some of the negative reviews, boost your positive reviews dramatically, and help you build your positive reputation online. We also help educate you to maintain a positive reputation once we have helped build one for you. So you can see a constant flow of business coming in simply by one of your online business reputation. Simply because of your online business reputation. Sounds great to me. How does it sound to you? Ideally, they ask how much is it? But you will respond by saying something like, we actually have a promotion going on right now. So normally with the blank package, you will be receiving a value of, this is going to be that higher amount if you added everything up individually on the a la carte options. And that includes, and you're going to give a rundown of the services provided. So it's very important that you know each service that we can actually offer the client. Our normal price for that is only blank. So this is the website price, which is the equivalent of what blank customers spend on average for you. All the more reason why it's important for you to know the average ticket item. So if it's clothing, maybe it's $70. If it's mechanic, maybe it's $500. It's very important that you know this because it could be, only one customer needs to come in to make up for this one payment. Maybe it's 20. It's very important that you know. Which will add up in no time. Today, I'm able to offer a promotion of only blank. And so if you are just starting out, you're probably going to be starting out with the promotional pricing that we offer for new hires. Again, work with your sales manager on this, which is literally the cheapest I've ever seen in our services offered before, which is true, which means you need to say it with conviction. So hopefully you've tested the waters and they like the idea of what you are actually promoting here. Then we're going to move on to an official close. You've tested the waters, you've gained interest, and now it's time to officially close. Without skipping a beat, continue on by saying, before I get started though, can I confirm your business's physical address? And a what primary business telephone number and the best number to reach you? And can I get your full name? Perfect. What email can I send your agreement to? So I'm going to combine both of these so you hear exactly what this should sound like. I'm going to start at the top of the page here. We actually have a promotion going on right now. So normally with the blank package, you would be receiving a value of $1,133. That includes, and you're going to give a rundown of all the services. Our normal price for that is only $8.99, which is the equivalent of what only 3 customers spend on average for you, which will add up in no time. Today, however, I'm able to offer a promotion of only $4.99, which is literally the cheapest I've ever seen our services offered before. So before I get started, though, I need to confirm your business's physical address. What is that? Great. And what is your primary business phone number and the best number to reach you on? And can I get your full name? Perfect. And what email can I send our agreement to? So I never asked, if you can see here, I never asked, how does that sound? Does that sound good to you? I assume it sounds good to them. Frankly, I know this makes sense. I don't need to ask if it makes sense. I don't need to ask if this is a good idea. The closest I would ever come to that is what you saw just a moment ago. Sounds good to me. How does it sound to you? But in reality, I am assuming the sale. So what do I mean by that? I'm never asking for their business. I'm assuming their business, which is why I'm basically getting started here, as you can see in all of this section. I'm basically getting started by taking the order. All right. So as you see on the second bullet point, as you see here, you are assuming the sale and never officially asking for it. Act as if it makes total sense for the prospect to buy at this point after qualifying them and seeing that our services are a great fit for them. For this reason, you don't need to ask for their business. Assume it. Make sure you keep them on the phone to review the agreement and payment page. Remember, if they put this off for another time, it is likely you will not gain the sale. Get the client to take the 2 minutes to sign the agreement and fill out the payment page. So you will review those two key items with your sales manager. Again, this is just a quick overview of the sales training. And I also want you to review that with your sales manager as well. And then next steps. So you're going to set the expectations, make the client feel comfortable, and start managing the account. So you're going to go into describe the next steps. These include sending them a link of the payment page, the agreement, and running through the action plan described in the first training video. This is where you start to get to know what sites they're on, what sites they're not on, where they have positive reviews, where they don't have positive reviews, what sites they know they want to be on. If they've ordered any of the a la carte services, we need to start documenting that, etc. Let the customer know that we will be following up with them in roughly 2 to 3 business days and schedule a time to talk to review the initial report card of the client's online reputation. Let them know what that means. For example, in a couple days, if it's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be calling you. What's a good time for you? 3? Okay, great. At 3 o'clock, I'll be calling you, and we will have a report card ready. Basically, that's your first report card, so you can see where you're starting. This is going to review everywhere you're located that we can find you, just as a consumer would be able to find you. These are your overall ratings. We're going to give you a final score. It's going to show your positive and negative reviews, as well as any details that you may or may not know about, and of course all the a la carte options. You're going to get a similar report card halfway through and at the very end of our progress, hopefully in about a month. With that said, this is going to be a great tool for you, Mr. Client, so that you can see the progress that we make for you throughout that. And then you're going to describe what that next month looks like regarding each detail of the services they have purchased. So if they have purchased the outreach for their clients, how long is that going to take? If they've purchased social media packages, what is that going to look like for them, etc. And just make them feel like you are there for them, that you are managing their project, that you're managing their account, that they always have you to depend on. Send them an email so they have your contact information. If they have any questions, they can reach out. Offer them great customer service for a lot of reasons. Number one, for the sake of good customer service. Number two, because the better customer service you give them, the more likely they will be to refer you to more people who you will have an excellent closing ratio with. All right, so these are the basics. You're going to have this document so you can review this on your own. This video is intended to help you out since you're likely not available when we originally did the webinar. So you have a quick overview and somebody else can go over this with you. Again, study this, practice this, make this fluid for yourself. Go over this with your sales manager. Change this slightly so that it becomes your own, so it sounds like it's natural for you to say, that it matches your personality. Be creative. If you have other sales experience and you find something wrong with this, which I don't think there's anything wrong, but you can always add to it, do so. I encourage that. If you have best practices and you know something's been working very well, pass that on to your sales manager. Let them know so that we can help everyone else. But this is intended to be a 101, just the basics framework, so you can get started and start being successful in what we already know works right away. Thank you guys for attending or watching this, and please speak with your sales manager as soon as you're done here, just to let them know that you've watched this, and so you can address any questions. Thanks from the team from the Rep Doctor. You guys have a great day.